Hey YouTubers, Dr. Dave here. Today we're going to discuss the Texas Republican Party platform. I'm just going to read a statement from that platform about homosexuality. Homosexuality must not be presented as an acceptable alternative lifestyle in public policy, nor should family be redefined to include homosexual couples. We believe there should be no granting of special legal entitlements or creation of special status to homosexual behavior, regardless of state of origin. Additionally, we oppose any criminal or civil penalties against those who oppose homosexuality out of faith, conviction, or belief in traditional values. We recognize the legitimacy and the value of counseling, which offers reparative therapy and treatment to patients who are seeking escape from the homosexual lifestyle. No laws, executive orders shall be imposed to limit or restrict access to this type of therapy. That vague phrase, traditional values. What exactly does it mean? Well, that's the problem. It means many different things to many different people. I consider myself someone who has traditional values. I believe in marriage, and that monogamy is a good thing. I believe in God, and I'm a Christian. I am employed by a mainstream Protestant denomination as an active member of its ministry. I attend church every Sunday. Most importantly for this discussion, I believe in the American tradition of liberty and justice for all. Yet, I am disgusted by this platform, and I would never vote for a Texas Republican who upheld these principles. Knowing something about the Republican Party and about Texas, I'm going to interpret the Republican Party statement to mean that Texas Republicans are opposed to homosexuality and to same-sex marriages. They are opposed to any laws that might protect homosexuals, and they oppose laws that obligate people who do not believe in homosexuality for religious reasons to interact or do business with homosexuals or homosexual groups. As a little experiment, I'd like to rephrase that in the language of, say, 50 years ago. The statement might read like this: Texas Republicans are opposed to integration and to interracial marriages. They are opposed to any laws that might protect blacks, we didn't say African American in those days, and they oppose laws that obligate people who do not believe in integration for religious reasons to interact or do business with blacks or black groups. Now let's examine the Texas Republican Party statement. Homosexuality is described as an alternative lifestyle in the first sentence. Various health organizations, including the American Medical Association, the American Psychiatric Association, and the World Health Association Pan-American Chapter, have repeatedly issued statements that homosexuality is an innate part of a person, that it cannot be chosen or changed, and that trying to do so would be harmful. Homosexuality, in fact, is neither an alternative nor a lifestyle, as the Republicans claim. It simply is. It cannot be denied. Then it goes on to state, no granting of special legal entitlements or creation of special status for homosexual behavior, blah, blah, blah. And I say hooray for that, because I am gay, but I do not want to be special. Never have, never will. I do want to feel safe in my home and at work and engaging in day-to-day activities. I do not want to be confronted by angry name-callers. I do not want to have rocks thrown at me in the parking lot. I do not want to have my car keyed and spray-painted, be threatened at gunpoint, be denied visitation rights in the hospital room of my dying spouse, be denied burial rights, be denied entry to my spouse's funeral because I am not family, be denied housing rights on my lease and mortgage, be denied a job application and interviewed, be fired or demoted for no reason other than that I'm gay, etc., etc. These are things that happen in my homosexual world. They've either happened to me personally or they've happened to people that I love and care about. They are a commonplace. I don't want special entitlements, as those seem to be reserved for rich Republicans and certain clergy as far as I can tell, but I do want liberty and justice for all. Finally, the last sentence in the statement is the most disturbing, even sickening. It reads, "We recognize the legitimacy and value of counseling which offers reparative therapy and treatment to patients who are seeking escape from the homosexual lifestyle. No laws or executive orders may be imposed to limit or restrict access to this type of therapy." Reparative therapy, for those of you who don't know, refers to the ex-gay movement. There are organizations throughout the country, mostly backed by fundamentalist Christian groups, that claim to be able to turn sinful gay people into happy straight people. These treatments have been discredited as bogus and harmful time and time again in written statements by such organizations as the American Medical Association, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Counseling Association, the American Psychoanalytic Association, the American School Counselor Association, the National Association of Social Workers, and the World Health Organization Pan American Chapter. Reparative therapy uses techniques developed on lab animals such as rats and pigeons by behavioral psychologists during the mid-20th century. These include inducing extreme pain or to create a negative association, most commonly high-voltage electrical shock. This is practiced by reparative therapy facilities in America on Americans even as we speak. Men are shown pictures of male-on-male sex and receive painful high-voltage shocks while they are watching. This practice is commonly known as torture. Its documented success rate is pretty much zero, unless you cite studies done by fundamentalist organizations that have a deeply biased agenda in the outcome. Even the founder of the most noted of these organizations, Exodus, has himself reverted back to homosexual behavior, but not before he got married to a woman and destroyed others' lives in the process. He has since divorced and renounced his beliefs in this therapy. And so, this therapy, which has been thoroughly discredited, and is indeed illegal in 2 states, New Jersey and California, is being upheld and cited by Texas Republicans in the party platform. If I were a Texas Republican, I would be outraged that my party has been hijacked by several powerful fundamentalist preachers and their rich supporters, and that the agenda of these extremists has been upheld over the traditional values of liberty and justice for all. That's for all. Not for some, not for those who think like I do and believe what I believe, but for all.